Does the idea of losing 20 pounds feel overwhelming, especially with everything else you're juggling? Well, you're not alone. For many women over 40, it can feel even harder with changes in metabolism and energy levels. It's tough to know where to start or what really works. It's overwhelming seeing all of the different information out there. In today's video, though, I'm going to share a simple step-by-step plan tailored to help you feel confident, strong, and in control as you work toward your weight loss goals. My name is Sara Preston. I'm an integrative health practitioner and a mom of 4, and I am in perimenopause myself. And so I went on a journey to get certified in menopause and in fat loss so that I could really help my clients thrive through this stage of life. And so I'm sharing some of that with you today. Okay, so there's going to be 4 parts to this. And the first part is you have to lift heavy. No more of these 5-pound weights. 10 pounds can be somewhere to start, but you need to challenge yourself. And heavy is different for everybody. The last couple reps should be hard. You shouldn't feel like you can keep going to 20, 30 reps at a time. And a lot of times when you go to those classes, they just have like really light weights, but we want to build muscle. We lose muscle every year. As we age, we want to continue to maintain and build that muscle. It's super important for not just fat loss, but for longevity and for being independent as you age. So think about building muscle, and that requires that you lift heavy. It also requires that your nutrition is on point. You're going to want to do this 3 times a week. You could do 4, you could do 2, but 3 is a good sweet spot. And I suggest doing some short hit. Once or twice a week for 10 to 20 minutes, short bursts. These can be sprints, they can be hit workouts, but they need to be short and they need to be hard. You need to go as hard as you can for 20 seconds and then rest. Okay, so that's the workout portion. Then you have to work on eating enough. A lot of women that I see, and I was one of those too, I didn't even realize it, but I was eating so little that my body couldn't even let go of the fat. It was holding on to that because, it needed that for fuel. So you have to make sure you're eating enough. Now, you do want to be in a gentle calorie deficit, but not a huge calorie deficit. You shouldn't be eating under 1,200 calories. And it's very important that you're getting enough protein to build that muscle. It also helps keep you full, and protein is, the building block of many of our cells. So at least 100 grams of protein every day. And everybody has an individual amount that they need. You can go anywhere from 100 grams up to 1 times your body weight or your ideal body weight. And then carbs and fats. We need healthy fats for hormones, brain, all that kind of stuff. We also need carbs. If you're low energy, especially if you're doing low carb, if you have thyroid issues, you do need carbs. Supports thyroid function, supports the energy, and then also helps us with fiber, which is also super important. So making sure that you're getting enough of all of those. It's a delicate balance between getting enough and also being in a calorie deficit. This is exactly what I help my clients with. So if you need help on this, please reach out. And then getting more movement during the day. So a lot of us are sitting, we're driving kids around, we are sitting at a desk job, we're not as active as we used to be. So I suggest getting out for a walk outside every day. If you can add 2,000 steps to what you're doing now and gradually increase that to 10,000 or more, you're going to see great weight loss results. It's one of the easiest things that you can do. It's low impact, it's enjoyable, you can do it with a friend, you can do it outside. And then the final one might surprise you. This is something that I see on the daily. Women in their 40s and 50s especially are super busy, always prioritizing everybody else, never taking time for themselves, never slowing down. Everything is in fast forward, fast, and myself included, and I've dealt with this as well. Your nervous system is on overdrive. You are dealing with aging parents and teenagers and jobs, and these things put stressors on our body. And especially then if you're going low carb and you're doing some of that stuff that's really stressful, your cortisol can be dysregulated. So we really need to work on how we manage stress. We're not going to be able to get rid of stress. We're not going to be able to get rid of all these things that we have going on in our life, but we have to slow down. We have to learn to say no. It's okay to not do every single volunteer opportunity or to say yes to every party that comes up. We have to prioritize, and especially prioritize our own health. And sometimes that means just 15 minutes in the morning for some deep breathing and some somatic exercises or some nervous system regulating exercises. Maybe that's journaling, and maybe that's processing your emotions instead of repressing them. This is something that can help you lose weight. I've seen women who finally lower that stress response. So we have to be more intentional in that area. So you want to lift heavy, do some short HIIT if you can. Make sure you're eating enough, especially protein. Bump up that protein, bump up those steps, and really start working on how you're going to manage stress. So please reach out to me on Instagram if you have any questions. You can leave a comment here. Make sure that you are subscribed so that you do not miss any of my videos.